Hi, Stephen Callahan here at the SJCOE Fab Lab with Google Slides. And we're going to use it in a kind of different way. Usually, we use slides for a presentation, but we can also use it for books. Let's try it out. We can get started by going to slides.google.com. When you get there, you'll notice that all of your previous presentations are there and some that people have shared to you. Let's go ahead and create a new presentation. Now, the first type of book that we're going to create is a notebook. Let me show you what I mean. Let's look at my presentation here. It's almost empty. I'm going to go ahead and call it Book here on this title slide. Now, I'm going to create a new slide, and I can move these handles to change the dimensions on the slide. But I can also do something else pretty cool. I'm going to go here to Slide and Edit Master. Now here is kind of the rules for how all of the slides can look. What I want is another slide like this. So I'm going to right click and say duplicate, but I want to make it a little bit different. I took a photo of a piece of paper. I'm going to copy that. And now I'm going to paste that into the master. In this way, I'm going to make it so my slide looks like a piece of notebook paper. Another thing I want to do is make it so it's just the size of a normal slide. So I'm going to double click, and now I have a cropping tool. If I grab one of these black handles, I can change the dimensions. I'm just going to make it a little bit shorter so it's the size of my slide. I can also add in text that I want to stay there. For instance, now if I want a placeholder so that someone else can fill in, I can do that. Or I can just put a text box and say, notebook. I also want students to be able to fill in. So I can say text placeholder. I could put one there. I could maybe put another if I wanted this to be used for Cornell notes. I also might want this to be more visible, so I can add a line weight so that students can see where to fill in text. I could also add in instructions. All right, I'm going to leave the slide master. And now on this new slide, I can say apply layout, and now it fits with what we had planned. The next thing we're going to do is create a team workbook. There's not as much to that. The idea is that maybe I have an assignment that I want groups to work through together. I can share this out to the entire class. We'll talk about sharing in just a second. And then just add a title for each group. So group A is a kind of standard name, and maybe the students are Tony and Bruce and Peter. Now I have these pages for them to do. And group B might be Steve and Sam. So we've made a group workbook for students to be able to fill in and collaborate on, and I can check on how the group is doing by pressing right here and being able to see each of the icons. Perfect. Okay, one more type of book. We can have it so that it's a self-reading book. Now, if we're dealing with younger students, maybe we want it to be a book uh, that they can have read to them or that they can read along with. And if it's older students, maybe we just want to explain to them an assignment in our own voice. So here I have this page that was already waiting for me. See that there? Double click to make it a little bit larger. Perfect. What I'm going to do is I'm going to say insert audio. And I've already recorded some audio. I'm going to choose this one. Let's try this out. If I click on it, I can have it to play, or I could have it to play as soon as we go to that page. Let's hear the audio.
Energy from the sun travels to Earth in the form of light. What effects of that light do you see in this picture?
I like having my voice there to explain the activity. All right, so that was pretty cool. We had 3 different ways in order to make books using slides. Go ahead and share it with your class. You can go to this share button right here. Let's give it a name, book, and then you can copy the link. You'll want to change the permissions so that it's shared to who you plan to share it to. You could also use your Google Classroom, depending on if that's what you're using. You can share it out to your class that way as well. Most importantly, have fun. Have fun designing with slides so your class has fun using it. Bye.